Hello guys, here is Emmanuel from DiceTuga, and today it's a special day for Portuguese people, at least for me. It is the 25th of April, and it is a date where we celebrate the military coup that we did in Portugal in 1974 to put down the dictatorship that we had at the time. And it's called the Carnation Revolution, a Revolução dos Cravos. The carnation, it's the flower, and it had always this beauty to me because of two reasons. The first is that the revolution started with two secret signals, which were songs. The first song was E Depois do Adeus from Paulo de Carvalho. And the second song, which every time I hear it, I get chills in all of my body, which is Grândola Vila Morena from Zeca Afonso, which were the signals to start the military coup against the regime. So those two songs are beautiful. Maybe more for Portuguese people than for people that don't understand Portuguese, but they are just amazing. And that is a romantic part of all of this. And the second one was that it's called the Carnation Revolution because this happened in Lisbon, and it was one of the central points was a flower market. And so it was the season of the carnation flower. So the people and the soldiers, they started to put flowers in their gun barrels. So that's why when you see images of the 25th of April, of 25 de Abril, you see the carnation flower represented because it was put on the gun barrels of the soldiers. And it was a bloodless, or almost a bloodless revolution, and that's also something that I am super proud and I love it. All of this, and why I'm making this video today, because all of that represents what you can achieve when you put yourself together against or with a unique goal, and you work together to achieve something. In this case, freedom. And my channel, as you know, it's called DiceTuga. Dice because I love dice, and Tuga because I'm Portuguese. So Portugal, Portuga, Tuga, Portuguese. We usually call people from Portugal the Tugas. So DiceTuga represents that. And one of the reasons that I make my content in English, and I would of course, it would be easier for me to do it in Portuguese, but one of the reasons that I do it in English is because I want to push forward. And it might seem a bit arrogant from me because I don't have a lot of followers, but my vision is to be able to push forward the Portuguese designers, Portuguese publishers, Portuguese artists, Portuguese games related with Portugal. That is one of my goals with this channel. And as you can see here in the background, we have a lot of them. Of course, Lisboa from Vital Lacerda, that is well known today. There's no introduction needed for him. But we have also Mosteiro from Roland Costa, we have Pessoa, we have Hércules, Pessoa from Orlando. So you guys know that guy. I don't know. Yeah, I talk a little bit sometimes about him, but yeah, good designer as well. Pessoa, we have Lusitânia from João Quintela Martins that also did Bot Factory right now with Vital Lacerda, and will also be releasing next year, maybe, I think, House of Fados. We also have the 28, and we will have 12 Monks next year, so there's a lot. Madeira, which I don't have, but Madeira also a very well-known game designed by Portuguese designers, and that's my goal. Is to push that work, and so that we also are able to grow as artists and designers in board game world, and be able to achieve more internationally. And so since today it's also one very important day for me, and it's my 500th post on Instagram, I thought it was time to change the looks of my logo. And in collaboration with Ricardo, which you will be able to find the link on the description, amazing work, amazing work. So hopefully you will like it, but I love it, so it will stay. I am very critical and perfectionist almost, and so when I was giving away this idea, I was a little bit worried that it would not come out the way I was visualizing it. It was amazing. It was amazing. Thank you, Ricardo. You did an amazing job. You don't know what you did. It was a step forward to the improvement of this channel. But before I show you the logo, I want to show you the different images that I was able to get with Midjourney that were guiding me towards the final idea of the logo that I wanted, and that helped also with the development and the discussion with Ricardo. So my initial idea was that I wanted something that had a Portuguese touch into it. And I start doing some kind of generation of dices with the Portuguese colors. Green, yellow and red. They look beautiful in the Portuguese flag, but not on dice. And so I was not able to get something that was nice to the eye and that I was happy with it. So I started thinking about other things that represent Portugal. And I remember when I go to my village in Portugal, there is some old houses with Portuguese tiles. And you have different tiles, but the ones that I had in mind was those blue Portuguese tiles, so blue with a white background. And that's from there that I start having ideas and create prompts. So the first one that you see is one that I had in mind of having 4 dice, two on top of the other, having DiceTuga in those 4 dices. So you see the first image as like kind of a Portuguese style, but still needed some work, but had a Portuguese style as a background and the dice on top. Then you have the type of dices that I was able to generate, and these ones were like similar to Portuguese styles, you know, the azulejo. And I really liked the look of it, but it was too busy. I was not able to put there the name DiceTuga anywhere, even if I had to modify them afterwards. So we kept on looking, and finally I came to this final idea of the Portuguese style in the background with a more 3D dices, as you can see here. And I was thinking about turning them a little bit so that you could see 4 letters on top and on the bottom. So I showed all of that to Ricardo. I explained the idea, and he said, it's too much, it's too busy. And that's when I got scared. I'm like, oh no, I really like those ideas. What do you mean it's too busy, it's too much? But I trusted him. He's a very cool guy. So I was like, my idea was this: take it and do whatever you do best to do a logo. And he did. So I am very happy to show you finally the logo that will be for I don't know how long, the new logo of DiceTuga, and it will appear on the screen, I think, right now. So guys, this is the new logo of DiceTuga. You have DT, DiceTuga, you also have DiceTuga underneath, but on top, and this is the touch that I was looking for, you have kind of a Portuguese blue tile, and this is the Portuguese subtle touch that I needed on my logo. And we also have the blue version. This might be used in other parts, maybe on my thumbnails and stuff like that, but I will be using both together. And yeah, I'm really loving it. I'm in love with this design. This took very little time to Ricardo to do, so that shows how good he is. And so if you guys want something very simple designed for your channel, do not hesitate to contact him. He's a very awesome guy. And it was, yeah, working with him, it was smooth. We just had like 15 minutes of discussion and he did this. This is the result of 15 minutes of discussion through Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm in love with it, like I told already 1,000 times in this video. And this will be my new logo for all my channels, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You'll be seeing that everywhere. I'll be also trying to redesign my thumbnails on YouTube to also incorporate the new logo. And yeah, I'm just happy. And it's the 500 post on Instagram. And we are celebrating the 25th of April. So how better can this be? So guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed and see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.